Welcome to Mainland Television Regional News. I'm Graham O'Brien, and coming up in today's bulletin, refuge funding decreased, food for families, Region's house values up and down, Giga spam over with time to vote, award to understanding climate change, checking out NMIT's bandwagon. Women's Refuge, with the help of local businesses, were out showing their support for the organisation and its good work today by collecting donations to help meet their funding shortfall. Funding has been diverted away from the refuge to other initiatives, leaving the Women's Refuge with less than 60% government funding. It is a story we are hearing more often, less government funding being made to cover more social services. Should we have to rely on the generosity of the public to maintain this vital service for at-risk women and children? James went along to talk about the funding drive.
Kia ora. We're down here this week for fundraising for the Nelson Women's and Children's Refuge. We've been doing it for the last 2 weeks, and the whole month of November, the car company have been one of our main supporters.
Wow, so what are you hoping to achieve from all this?
Awareness for the community, funds for our much needed organisation, and yeah, we actually couldn't do it without the whole community pitching in.
So say people want to get involved with this, how could they go about it?
They can go to our Facebook page or call us on 548 3353 and talk to the manager, Katie O'Donnell.
Oh, awesome. Well, thank you for your time, and hopefully some people will get involved.
Yeah, we're going to be in Richmond as well this week with the Marcos, the Nelson Mail, and also the car company staff.
Wow, well, there's definitely a lot of opportunity for people to get involved, so hopefully they will.
Okay.
The Women's Refuge only get 50 to 60% of their funding from the government. What do you think about that?
Yes, I think it should be fully funded by the government. I believe it's a necessity for our wahine of...
Yeah, they should fund it more.
Well, I think it could be more. I mean, I know everybody wants more money, but Women's Refuge, they do a great job in the community, and also, you know, they're busy doing their job. They don't have a lot of time for fundraising, and it's very hard to fundraise in the community as well. So, yes, I think to support the work that they do, it would be very useful for them anyway, and useful for the community to keep them strong in the community.
Well, I think it's a really good cause, so the government should really invest a lot more money into it. It would help out a lot of women, and so yeah, I think they should try and invest a bit more money into it. It'd be good.
They need everything they can get.
Yeah,
they really need everything they can get, because that's the poorest of the people, and they really do need help.
I reckon 50% is a lot, and I think that's a good percentage to stick at, because there's other things that need funding as well around the community.
Time is getting more stressful, and there are ladies who need somewhere to go, and the Women's Refuge seems to be the opening, listening ears and the hope of tomorrow for us ladies. Thank you.
Food for Families is the brainchild of Martin Reading, who saw a need in the community and decided to lead by example to help improve the lives of people in his community. Food for Families has premises in Victory Square, where good nutritious meals are prepared, and also supplies to Food for Families in Stoke, and is looking at starting a mobile kitchen to be used in other areas that have people struggling to meet the bills and put food on the table. People who are not lucky enough to be a rock star in our rock star economy. Martin spoke to us about Food for Families and what he is up to. Martin, you run a program called Food for Families. Can you tell us a little bit about that and what it means in our community?
Sure, we founded Food for Families last October. We came into the Nelson area and saw that there was a need amongst the families living here. A lot of families are struggling, here and in many parts of New Zealand, of course. So seeing that need, we went about trying to come up with a solution to that. Seeing a lot of excess produce around the area, a lot of roadside stalls and growers with excess produce. We gathered that produce, turned it into nice, healthy, nutritious meals, and then fed the families with it. We do that through the community centres, here in Victory Community Centre and also in the Tahuna Nui Community Centre. So we're feeding about 100 people a week at this stage, a hot, nutritious meal.
Wow, that's fantastic and good job. You've only been going since October. Have you found that it's increased in demand for this kind of service?
Yes, it is increasing. More and more families are struggling. Some of it's circumstantial. You know, families may be going all right for some period of time and then something comes up in their lives and causes them to struggle, you know, divorce or health issues or whatever it may be. And there's other families who are just, you know, struggling ongoing. So the numbers have increased and I think will continue to increase.
In America, they're enforcing laws that you're not actually allowed to feed the poor. They're making it illegal. They're arresting people. Are you a bit worried about these laws against the people coming into New Zealand?
I certainly am not. I think the New Zealand government and the people of New Zealand are wanting to help people who are struggling in this country, and we certainly wouldn't like to see them working against that principle.
Excellent. Hey, thanks very much, and all the good work that you do. That's fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. To contact Martin or for more information, please visit their website. In the latest report released by Quotable Value New Zealand this month, recent figures available for October show an increase on property sales for Nelson, which has gained 1.5% over the past 3 months. And we're up 2.5% in the last 12 months, making the average house price for Nelson now at $407,449. Values in Tasman have dropped, with the average value being around $411,148, showing that values have fallen 0.6% in the past 3 months, dropping a total of 0.4% in a year. Dialer Gigatown is now the very last piece in the final chapter in Nelson's attempt to win the ultra-fast broadband national competition. Chorus launched Gigatown a year ago, but the company's intention was not to set out to annoy people. However, as this campaign draws to a close, many users of social media have dubbed it Gigaspam and have voiced their annoyance over hashtags dominating their media feeds. So we'll no doubt now be sighing with relief that the social media component of the competition ended last week. And now, Nelsonians are being asked to do the last thing to support hashtag Gigatown Nelson's bid, and organisers say it's the most important. From today until next Monday, the 24th, the public can cast their vote for Nelson's Giga plan, and every vote counts. Even Tasman Mayor Richard Kempthorne has put out a call for Tasman residents to get in behind this last Giga effort. To vote, log in at gigatown.co.nz and register if you haven't already, and sign up for the Giga plan at the same site. Register your mobile phone and wait for a verification text code, which you will then enter on the website before casting your vote. Once that is all done, then you have done your bit for Nelson's Giga effort for winning Gigatown. The Kiwi town, which has won itself cheap ultra-fast broadband, will finally be revealed on November the 26th. Can species adapt to climate change fast enough to avoid extinction? Well, that's what Cawthron molecular ecologist Dr. Kirsty Smith is keen to find out. Now research will be backed by the Marsden Fund Fast Start Award. Her project aims to find out what triggers species to adapt under environmental stress, using the sea squirt as an experimental organism. She said it is currently unknown if species can adapt rapidly enough to cope with the predicted changes associated with ocean acidification and global warming. The research has implications for determining the capacity of marine organisms to adapt to the predicted environmental fluctuations associated with climate change. Cawthron Institute Chief Executive Professor Charles Eason said the award is excellent recognition for one of the independent research institute's many promising young scientists. This project is a great example of how Cawthron scientists apply excellent science to topical changes or opportunities that have real relevance for New Zealand. As part of her research, Dr. Smith and her colleague from Brazil will grow sea squirts in the laboratory, altering their environment by temperature and salinity over 6-week periods to see whether this leads to modification that increases the sea squirt's ability to adapt to their changing environment. The Marsden Fund was established by Jim Bolger's government in 1994 in order to fund excellent fundamental research. NMIT hosts many courses for various career choices, but one course which we went to check out is the music course with some of the students who are about to finish. Chrissy Small caught up with the members of the NMIT band and tutor Oliver Hancock to find out how they felt the courses helped them in their career path and where to from here.
I'm here at the NMIT. This is the music course, contemporary music course.
That's right.
I'm here with Oliver, Bella, Tessa, Jeffrey and Tanya. And these guys are all students, and of course, Oliver is a tutor. Oliver, how many students have you had here this year?
This is about it, actually. We have one more. We had a few drop out midway through the year, and this is the band we're left with.
The band is called?
The Big Ask with a K on the end.
Now, Bella, is this your first year or are you finishing up this year?
This is my first year.
Okay. Tessa?
First year as well.
Right.
This is my second year, last year. Yeah.
And last year?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you hope to? What have you got from it, and where are you hoping to go with this course?
I've really just discovered my passion for music and love for it. So it's like that's what I want to do with my life. So yeah, it's been really great for discovering all of those aspects.
Right. Could you see yourself not only in a performing role but in a teaching role with it?
Definitely, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, great. Now, Tanya, what about you?
What about me, Chrissy?
Yeah. How long have you been involved in the course?
This is my first year, actually. Yeah.
Okay. And right, and so you're getting lots out of it?
Yes, too much. There's always something new to learn, and it's just ongoing. Right. Yeah.
Okay, now Oliver, this is the band that, as you say, that's come out of the group. What do what is going to happen for this group now?
Well, they're probably going to go their separate ways. Not all of them are hanging around in Nelson, so we'll have to see where things lead. And I think perhaps many of them have got their own little plans for what they want to do next. But at the moment, they're all focused on getting it together for Friday and playing their final gig and being assessed.
Right. Okay. So this is an assessment. It's an exam as well.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So we're doing a performance for the public, and it's going to be classed as an exam for the end of the year assessment to see if we pass the year or not. Really.
Great. Okay. So you're nervous?
Excited. I think we're all pretty supportive of each other, and we all have our little ways of knowing the support that we've got going on in the group, and yeah, we're just excited. And
right, now tell me, at the end of the day, you've probably known of a few students that have left and have gone on to other things. What kind of things have people gone on to from this course?
Well, I guess our big success story lately has been Little Oceans. They came here kind of as a band already formed, and they did their course with us, and then they've gone on and got a bit of national profile. Yeah, so potentially that's what students here could do, and because we're a vocational course, that's the sort of direction we encourage people to go in.
Right.
You can check out the band at their upcoming gig this Friday at DeVille's from 4 p.m. After the break, we'll bring you the latest weather update and some events and happenings coming up from around the region.